Hey, welcome back to the channel. I was hoping I wouldn't actually have to be doing this. I was hoping I recorded enough on the trip itself, but I got so carried away when I arrived at Silverstone and saw the bikes there that I completely forgot to do the basic thing of introducing myself on camera and what this whole thing is about. So to provide you some context, Julie and I were going on a trip around the southwest of England on a Ducati Scrambler 1100 Sport Pro. So Julie and I arrived at Ducati, which is in Silverstone. Their HQ's in Silverstone. My first time going there, loved it. All you could hear in the background were cars and bikes roaring around the track. But we'd had about an hour and a half journey from Ascot up to Silverstone, first time doing it. And we got there, and then I just completely lost track of what I was meant to be doing because I was in awe of the beauty of the bikes which they had there on display. So I was meant to be getting, or I was under the impression that I was getting the 1100 Pro, which is the middle of the three bikes they offer. There's the Dark Pro, there's the Pro, and there's the Sport Pro. The Pro has the white satin livery, gorgeous bike. Instead, when I arrived, I was greeted by a matte black tank and gold Öhlins, which is of course for the Sport Pro. So I had the biggest grin on my face known to man. I was like a little kid in a candy shop. Completely forgot to do any vlogging, taking the camera out, talking to myself, introducing it, just completely forgot to do any of that. So just quickly inserting this in here, and then we will go back to the bits and pieces that I did capture. Yes, I hope you enjoy this video. It's the first of, I don't know how many yet. It could be a couple. There were 9 days, 10 days in total, but I don't want to do 10 separate videos, so we will see. But this is part 1, so enjoy. So to give you an idea, the 1100 is 1073cc, I believe. My 62, which is a 400, is technically a 399cc. So it's a bit of a jump. I've skipped out the middle bike and I've gone straight for the top end. This is going to be a lot of fun to ride, They've kindly added on a rear rack for me because I'm taking quite a lot with me, so that can go on there. But this is looking absolutely stupendous. Can't wait to get out there. I'm just blown away, completely blown away. I think I've just put on about first 40 or 50 miles on the bike, and all I can say is Ducati have created a masterpiece here. This thing is a beast. You twist the throttle, you are gone. I'm currently riding in active mode. It's got a couple of different modes. It's got active, journey and city, but I'm running in active, which is most responsive, and it just wants to tear your face off. So this place, both stopped Mollie's Motel and Mollie's Diner. It's just quite a sentimental place to Julie and I, because on our first ever tour, when we went to the Cotswolds on the 62, we did it in November, I believe, and it was absolutely freezing. It was minus temperatures. Didn't have any of the right gear, weren't dressed appropriately, had no idea what we were doing. And on the way home, beyond freezing, we were going along and it's like shining beacon. We just saw a BP thinking, okay, let's get some petrol. But as we pulled in, we saw this diner place and went in, had coffee, had burgers, had cake. and it was just the most warming moment ever. Loved the food, and literally this place always have a special place in our hearts because it kept us going on the final stint of the journey. I knew we'd pass here today, so I thought for sentimental reasons, let's pop in, have a quick drink, a bite to eat, and it didn't disappoint. Are you recording or not? You are. So day one of the trip, and I've done about 160 miles. I'm in love. It's as simple as that. This bike is a game changer for me. For the past 2 years I've been riding around on 399cc 62. Most people, sensible people, jump up to the 803, maybe an Icon or a Desert Sled, and I think I've just made a crazy mistake because now I'm never going to be able to go back. It's either this or nothing because it is incredible. Whatever gear you're in, it just wants to go. Especially when you're in 6th gear, it just takes off, and it's a smooth ride, so it's not like you're just gliding along on sort of like a sort of a silk road. I mean, the Öhlins are absolutely incredible, and I don't really know much about suspension, so don't go mad at me here, but they feel incredible. I believe they are fully adjustable, both the front and back. You've got those two beautiful exhausts just on high up exhaust on your right hand side. I've seen some people when they go sort of likes of Arrow, which have the twin, one on either side behind the seat, just these huge cannons. Going back to those exhausts quickly, I'm so excited, I'm sort of just jumping all over the place. But they just gurgle. At low speeds, they're just backfiring and popping. I mean, it's noticeably higher as well than the 62, and you can just see so much more of the road. But I'm in love with the dash. Lots of people complain about the dash, say, oh, it's boring and whatnot. But for me, who's never had a gear indicator, for me, who's never had an idea of how much petrol I've got left in the tank and all of that, it's brilliant. The mileage on this bike, when you're riding it sensibly and not like a hooligan, seems pretty good. I believe you could probably, if you really wanted to, get about 200 miles to a tank on it. It runs very hot, which is a new experience for me. And honestly, black and gold, is there a better spec out there? I'm probably very biased here because I've only ever really known Ducati, but I'm just the happiest man. Today has just opened my eyes. I'm just obsessed. I'm just absolutely obsessed. It's day one, 160 miles in, and I just already know the rest of the time is going to be phenomenal. First hotel of the trip, it's called the Beckford Arms. It's out in Salisbury. We're staying here for one night, and then the camping starts tomorrow. But I'm very excited to see how the rest of the trip's going to go. But more importantly, I'm going to go get some food inside me because I am starving. All the best, everyone.